exit, friend sim. Now we're going to continue on with Act 6, Act 2 of Homestuck. Let me get our music back up. Whoa. All right. Yeah, I think I do want to read some of the other comics at some point. Like I was thinking after I finish Homestuck, which is going to be like, I don't know, in a year or so, I could read like Problem Sleuth and whatnot, so. Oh, it's cool, Rancher. I totally understand wanting to avoid spoilers, but thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you caught a stream, so. It's nice to see you too. Take care. Alright. Okay, so we are in the middle of Act 6, Act 2. I apologize, everyone. I totally am not prepared for remembering where we were last time. I know that Jane is talking with Dirk. I think... Wait. Did I know that his name is Dirk? I think I actually accidentally read that at one point. I think I got spoiled on Strider's real name. But... Anyway. Let's pretend I don't know that. Let's see. I got accidentally spoiled on it, Savis. I don't remember how. But I somehow got spoiled on it. I don't remember. I don't know Lalonde's name though. So, but yeah, I think at some point I just like accidentally saw Dirk Strider. So, my bad. Yes, that's right. Jane's computer exploded. That is right. I remember that. But anywho. So this is where we left off last time. So we're gonna go on to the next page. I believe we finished this page last time. Oh yeah, so toward the end here. So Strider reveals the existence of Noir. Oh right, and Jack Noir, for the Alpha Kids, Jack Noir is like trying to preemptively kill off all their dream selves. Or something like that, so. Alright. Anywho. Let's carry on. Let me know if the music is too loud or if it's just right. And I can adjust accordingly. Alright. I guess I should find all that ominous, but I cannot lie, sir. Nothing you have said has made me one iota less excited to begin this adventure. Those dastardly agents can try to assassinate me all they like. I just want to get started. That's the most awesome way to be, Jane. And it is again why you will be our leader. Sort of. Right. Still fixing to pull the strings for us per your extensive puppet metaphor? Pulling them as we speak. I'm having Lil Seb install a real copy of the client on another computer in your house. A clean computer. Not any of this BC Corp garbage you tend to accumulate. I'll have to insist from this point onward you employ neutral devices. That shit fucks with your head. Alrighty. I think I can make that concession. Once it's installed, I'll connect with you. I will be your server player. I know this isn't what you were hoping for, but some improvisation is in order. While you get the ball rolling, I'll try to talk some sense into that mercurial booze hound. Sounds like a plan. I do hope she comes around. It would be a bummer to play without her. She will. Say, do I even have any machines that survived the explosion besides this one? Do you even have any machines that don't inundate you with fucking Hamburger Helper ads and Guy Fieri's heinous propaganda? I guess not. Still, some nice things were surely destroyed. I think Detective Pony was caught in the blast, and it's unlikely Acord survived. A fitting end to a life of moral compromise. So, since I'm apparently out of neutral devices, which computer is Seb installing the file on? On your dad's computer downstairs, one in the study. Gotcha. My poor dad. He surely heard the explosion. I put him through so much today. Oh no. What? I just had a dreadful thought. The kitchen is just below my room. What if he begun baking his afternoon cake when my computer exploded? Oh man, Detective Pony, that was so hilarious. That children's book that Strider just like edited. Oh no! Dad! What happened, Dad? I wouldn't worry about it. Maybe I should go look? Though I'm a little afraid to. I think it'll take a lot more to kill that dude than a little falling debris. Trust me. I don't know, he doesn't look like he's in good shape. Although, I don't see the word dead. Usually Hussey puts like dead on on a panel where like someone is definitely dead. But he sure doesn't look good. Also, the cake's done. Oh, yep. See? He got back up. I hope so. The Crockers have something of a legacy when it comes to losing forebears in mysterious explosions. I'd be so sad if I kept the tradition alive like this. The most you have to worry about is getting grounded back to the Stone Age. When you enter the session, he'll probably lock you up in a prison cell on Dirk's. Probably stick a huge safe in front of the bars for good measure. Like, thank goodness the cake is okay, yes. Alright, let's carry on. Now, do me a favor and hop off the couch. Okay. What are you doing? Making room for something big. Alright, so the couch is being taken off. DS deploy. You watch D-Stride, Die-Stride, Distride, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Die-Stride, because that sounds fun. You watch Die-Stride deploy some sort of mammoth instrument onto your balcony. It's just as well he took over for Rolal. She probably would have destroyed half your house with that thing in her condition. Her drunken condition, her perpetual inebriation. But on the bright side, you're sure RL would have enjoyed a good nicker with you over the notion of DS deploying his mammoth instrument. You wonder what she could possibly be up to. While you're at it, you also wonder what the deal is with this cagey treatment of their names. Die-Stride, Rolal, DS, RL, Strider, Lalonde. It's all starting to get a bit silly. Each of their full names has 11 characters, and you have been dancing around all but 2. Maybe it's time you were formally introduced to the last 2 characters. Alright, so here's Lalonde. One of the last 2 stands in her bedroom. It is a young lady. Due to an incident involving an purifier, an unabridged Colonel Sassacre, and a perfectly white cat, she will not be able to assist her BFFC for some time. Oh, that's right. Because her cat was crushed by an purified Colonel Sassacre's book. And due to the aggressive concurrence of all that takes place in Paradox Space, this incident has not happened yet. But what has happened yet was this young lady's 13th birthday. It took place almost 3 years ago, and on that date, her placronym was engraved. It was engraved with 11 letters to be precise, 9 of which you are already familiar with. You figure it couldn't hurt to take a peek at the engraving. You've been dying to get the scoop on these last 2 mysterious characters. Examine placronym. Hey, get that damn cat out of the way. Roll Lalonde. Cat, move tail. Roxy Lalonde. Okay, cool. Thank you, cat who is probably Jasper's. The final two chromosomic symbols have been released from their fluffy, twitching prison. Alright, so it's Roxy. That's a cool name. Your name is Roxy. God damn, you love wizards. You wish and hope they are real, and that so too is their magics and stuff. You enjoy writing fan prose for said magical men, but you think maybe it's not so great. You are, however, quite great at the esoteric sciences such as ectobiology, dark fenestrology, and the delicate art of purification. You have tended to accrue dead preserved specimens from your experiments, little to none of which aren't feline. So wait, yeah, there's like several jars of feline specimens there. I'm actually just taking a moment to like look around here. Oh my gosh, Roxy has a GameCube and a SNES, and that looks like an original PlayStation. And is that like an Xbox on its side? It looks like it. Oh my gosh, and like the original Game Boy. And that looks like a GameCube controller. Oh, and a Wii over here. So Roxy is totally a Nintendo fangirl. That's awesome. Well, and also Sony and Microsoft, I guess, but mostly Nintendo. More Nintendo products I see than others here. That is cool. For some reason, she has a harpoon gun. And, oh wow, this thing in the corner here looks kind of like... It looks similar to, like, the fourth wall thing. She has, like, a few of them, actually. That's interesting. She's, like, all kinds of, like, technology stuff. Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah, you know what, can I... That does look like an Xbox 360. Actually, I have one right now. I'm looking at it across the room, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it looks like the same thing. So, that probably is an Xbox 360. Alright, anyway. Sorry. You aren't one to shy away from a bit of gaming, particularly the sort well past its prime. You have a real soft spot for old-school technology. It's fair to say most of your leanings are governed by a bent for nostalgia. I totally relate to that. Oh my gosh. Roxy and I would be friends. Your coding credits totes for dick, basically making you the hottest shit hacksaw bitch you ever knew. As deadly to the grid ass, she is beautiful. She is beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love the typos. You are known to non-seldomly employ a roguish demeanor toward the fellas, a habit not especially jeopardized by your not infrequent inebriation. I like the use of words such as like non-seldomly and non-infrequent. Like, it's so unnecessarily long. Like, instead of non-infrequent, we could just say frequent, but non-infrequent, I guess, is more fun and more ridiculous. Oh, let's see. I don't know, Gyro. I think most of these consoles are pretty old. Like, the newest... Actually, the most recent one that I see in Roxy's possession... I'm sorry, guys. I'm, like, stopping to talk about the age of video game consoles instead of reading Homestuck. But, like, the most recent one is the Wii. And that came out in 2006. The Wii is 12 years old, you guys. Well, it's going to be 12 years old by the end of the year. I think it came out, like, fourth quarter of 2006. Or was that... Or was it 2005? No, it was 2006. Because it came out... I remember it came out, like, soon after Final Fantasy 12 came out. Anyway. But yeah, like, oh, geez, Super Nintendo. I remember when Super Nintendo came out. I was like... How old was I? Did Super Nintendo come out, like, in, what, 1990, 1991? Because I was, like... 9. I was probably, like, 9 or 10 when Super Nintendo came out. Like, GameCube, the original Game Boy. The original Game Boy, I think, came out, like, late 80s. I remember when that came out. I've been alive for a while, you guys. Sorry, anyway. I was taking a trip down memory lane. Yeah, 12 years. The Wii's been out for 12 years. Like, holy cow. Like, God, I was still in college. Anyway. Where was I? Non-infrequent inebriation. Yes, anyway. Which is to say, against the better judgment of one your age, you like to dip into the sauce now and then. Unless your mom is looking, which happens to be virtually never. And considering she has been known by the knowledgeable to be in possession of Vision Omnifold, this strikes you as a particularly stunning lapse in parental diligence. But you have good friends and many distractions to fill this void in your life. What will you do? So, Mom has Vision Omnifold, and that sounds like Rose. So this continues to fit my theory that the Beta Kids are the ancestors of the Alpha Kids, who are also the ancestors of the Beta Kids, and I think it's like a double Mobius reach around type thing, so, anywho. Right, Savis? Like, those graphics, I remember those graphics being, like, super impressive, and also, like, the music on the SNES and things like that. Actually, I still listen to some SNES music because like that was like a really good generation of like games and music and graphics and stuff. Yo, Ignatus, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Roxy, wail like an alley cat and blow bubbles in your drink. Roxy is not empowered to resurrect this crusty old gag template because of all of the sudden, she is too busy being the other guy. We have absolutely got to peep the last 2 letters of this Max Chill dude's name on the devil fucking double. Examine Placridin. Hey, clear out that stupid pony. What is this, some sort of miniature paddock? Pony, wake up. Oh look, Dirk Strider, I am so surprised. Thanks, Pony, who's presumably tiny Maplehoof for some reason. The final 2 diluvial symbols have been unearthed from countless crushing ounces of slumbering Pony. Your name is Dirk. Holy shit, do you love puppets? You possess the extreme dexterity to operate your false friends unseen. That is, when they are not preambulatory through your lovingly imbued mechanization. You dig writing cognitive algorithms for said apocryphal men, and you think maybe that's fucking dope. Guess what else is dope? Everything else you do! You're a sick, wicked autodidact on ancient civilizations, a self-made master of mythologue, and a preternatural pop culture academe. These are quite some words. Wait, what's on the TV? Oh my god. Okay, I don't want to look at the TV. Holy cow. That is disturbing. I'm not gonna look at the TV anymore. If you weren't so damn aloof and actually let people get a load, you might get described all kinds of ways. Maybe tagged as a Renaissance ninja, philosopher prince, and flash step puppeteer. Or perhaps a pantheonic ironicist, gangster logician, lucid waker, and Dursite spy. Dursite spy, you say? Well, that doesn't seem insignificant. Screw descriptors, though, as if the shits you give ain't nil. You're cool with dabbling in the fine sequential arts, and your work could be viewed by some as borderline pornographic. And to those Philistines, you'll be heard wondering, what the fuck do you even borderline? What the fuck do you mean borderline? Okay, it took me a moment to like comprehend what I was reading here, but like, viewed by some as borderline pornographic. And to those Philistines, you'll be heard wondering, what the fuck do you mean borderline? Got it. Against the better judgment of one your age, you build robots, set them to kill mode, and spar with them to death. That is when you're not sentificating them to friends or dueling them with rap lyrics. But you try to cool it on the deathmatch stuff when your bro is looking, which is virtually never. And considering he's had a reputation staked on some order of martial nobility, this strikes you as a staggering oversight in brotherly vigilance. Sorry, spoonerism there. Well, not quite a spoonerism, actually. Just misreading. You don't have the heart to hold it against him, though. What will you do? Dirk, jut your ass and twitch like a proboscis. There's no way in hell you're going to give this gag the time of day, even if you weren't suddenly totally lambasted by the character select screen again from way out of left field inside your glasses. Once again, you are grabbing the plush by the rump. You are in absolute command of your destiny. As long as you don't pick the 2 characters who are grayed out, which is universally understood UI convention for non-clickability. Also, as long as both other available choices are finished being drawn. We are passing out free will like cheap cigars. That is fantastic. So, what if I did actually click on the grayed out characters, I wonder? I'm gonna click on Jane just for funsies. Oh, nope, I can't actually do anything. Can't do Jane or Jake. Oh well. Okay. Oh, folks, it is it's a little after 11 o'clock, so it is time for our top of the hour stretch break. I'm actually going to get myself some more water and pet my dog for a moment. So if you've been sitting for the past hour, get up, move around, stretch a little bit, and then we will continue with the second hour of stream in a moment. I'll be right back. set my cup down on my mouse. I don't know why I did that. All right. So I have some more water for staying hydrated. I've been drinking a lot more water lately, guys. Actually, I've just been like more healthy in general lately. I've been doing some of you might have heard of this program called Couch to 5K. It's basically this this exercise program that helps you build up from like not doing any running whatsoever to being able to run a 5K over like 9 weeks. I used to run long distance races several years ago. I've done like several half marathons. I've done a couple of marathons as well. But like a few years ago, when I was going through my divorce, I kind of stopped running altogether. So, which happens when you go through like some stressful changes in life. Like you don't keep up with the healthy things. But I've been getting back into running, and I can almost run like 3 miles at a time now. Yes, Heterosapiens, it's for all of you. Actually, it's just been something I've been meaning to do for a long time, like get back into shape. So yeah, so I'm like on week 7 of 9 of Couch to 5K, so I'm gonna be done with that. And then my plan after that is I'm gonna keep building up my mileage, and there's a 10K in Chicago that I want to do in August. So I'm hoping to do that. And then if I can, like barring any setbacks, I can probably get myself back into half marathon shape by like October. So maybe I'll do a half marathon in October. There's one in January I like to do as well in Chicago along Lake Michigan when it's cold out. So try to do that. But like I've also been oh, hey Arx. Arx Panacea, how's it going? Well, I'm glad I could get you back into Chrono Cross. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. You know what? I finished Chrono Cross a couple weeks ago, actually. I just have not put the last couple of streams up on YouTube. So that's my bad. So I need to do that. I was behind on updating Chrono Cross. I also need to upload the last Suikoden 2 stream. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I'm not good about maintaining my YouTube page, so anywho. But yeah, so I've been exercising more lately, and I've also like been working on just like eating healthier too. Like not eating out, ordering food off of Grubhub or whatever. So like I actually take my own food to work with me now. Like I make like salads, and I keep like sandwich stuff around for dinner, because when you're by yourself, like you're not really motivated to cook for yourself. So I just make stuff that's like easy to put together. But yeah, basically the key was just like just avoiding eating out and stuff like that. And also I kind of stopped drinking like sugary beverages and like got back into like drinking tons of water. So I drink like at least 64 ounces of water a day now. So I started working out more like last April is when I started like the middle of April is when I started doing Couch to 5K. And then like about 4 weeks ago is when I started like really working on eating better and drinking more water. And I've lost like 8 pounds so far, so it's going pretty well. So we'll see where I am at the end of summer. And also later today, I'm going to the gym with my girlfriend, because my girlfriend likes to swim for working out. So I'm gonna try throwing some swimming into my workout regimen too, because that also burns a lot of calories. So we will see. But yes, I'm working on my health. How much is that in Big Macs? That's a great question. I'm sure you can Google that measuring equivalent. Yeah. That's my understanding too, Heterosapiens. It's like, it's good for like working out all your muscles at once, I think, and also good for your back as well, because it like takes pressure off of your back, something like that. And I have like minor issues with my back from time to time, so hopefully that'll also help. I might also start like biking more, because my girlfriend likes to bike too. She's also been working on like getting back into shape and getting healthier too, so we're kind of doing it together. And it's easy to do it when you you have like someone who wants to do it with you, and you can keep yourselves accountable, things like that. But yeah, I might start doing more swimming and more biking, and maybe like next year I'll do a triathlon or something. I've never done that before. Anyway. So. Alright. Anyway, sorry guys, that was a little sidetrack. Point is, I'm trying to be healthier and lose weight and get back into shape and run races and stuff like that. So, anyway, where are we? Oh yeah, character select screen. So let's go with Roxy. Be Roxy. You are now Roxy. What were you up to again? You were floating somewhere in the non-linear time stew of paradox space, and we were hoping to get a handle on the exact chronology of your situation. Perhaps your successive actions will oblige us? Yeah, you aren't really listening. You're gonna do whatever the hell you want. Roxy, go grab that sweet gun. You pick up your high-octane laser gun. It's powered by the most deadly sciences you know of. You keep a couple specialist allocations in your portfolio on standby. You try to stay as sharp as possible in unarmed combat because you never know when you'll get ambushed. It's dangerous out there. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. All right, Roxy. Examine your dead mutant collection.
In fact, it's only
the biggest one has been around for as long as you can remember.
Until the next big day.
So wait, I'm just looking at like some of these. Hang on, before I go into reading, I'm just like looking at some of these mutants here. So like, so this one looks like the Jaspers we know and love. These other ones, I don't know. This one has like a head for a butt or something. This one, these two look kind of like, I don't know, sea creatures. This one looks like a grub.
Oh, it's time to get back to work.
Anyway,
I hope you enjoyed the stories.
The biggest one has been around for as long as you remember, encased in that glass-like material. You've considered giving it a name, but it always struck you as a little morbid to name a dead cat. The others were the result of a few experimental mishaps before you got the hang of the ectobiology equipment. You keep them around to remind you of the perils of the inexact science, and also because they're weird-looking and cute. You've since cloned many healthy felines, but they all live in the laboratory out back. Your pet cat doesn't really get along with the other cats, and you don't want to upset him. Oh, this tune sounds fun. Alright, let's capture log one. You tuck the biggest one into your message in a bottle modus. Message in a bottle modus? That's an interesting modus. Alright, anyway. These little guys are quite handy for busting through windows whenever you're ready to christen a new fenestrated plane. Fenestrated plane? Wait, what does fenestrated mean? I'm gonna look it up right now. Fenestrated. Fenestrated. Provided with a window or windows. The fenestrated heights of nearby buildings. Having perforations, apertures, or transparent areas. The capillaries have a fenestrated epithelium. Okay. So basically it just means windowed. Gotcha. Alright, Roxy, take books. You take the first 6 books of your mom's best-selling series, Complacency of the Learned. She made an impossible fortune off of these books, considering how dark and inaccessibly written they are for young readers. Yeah, that sounds like Rose's reading, alright. Rose's writing, I mean. Let's see. More money than the U.S. financial system could even account for as legitimately circulating in the economy. Many suspected real-life witchcrafts were involved, which is what some believed discouraged criminal investigation into the matter. The feds were afraid, and the Baroness nervous. God, you hope that's all true. Actually, it would not surprise me if Rose used, like, witchcraft powers to manipulate the events of those books being bestsellers. Anyway, Roxy, examine Cottle poster. Complacency of the Learned. So this is interesting. Who is that figure, I wonder? I'm curious. Like, my first impression looking at this figure right here is like, it looks like an old grimdark Rose doing Doc Scratch cosplay. Oh, or it looks like a haggard Andrew Hussey, maybe, doing Doc Scratch cosplay. I don't know. Anyway, some original edition cover art from one of the books. It features the androgynous young apprentice, androgynous young apprentice, Calmasis? I'm not sure. I'll go with Calmasis. Who throughout unless someone says otherwise. Calmasis, who throughout the series plays the roles of anti-hero and chief antagonist. He convinces the fellow disciples to rebel. I might just use they instead of the s/he to refer to them. They convince fellow disciples to rebel against Zazzerpan's vaunted complacency, and one by one hunts down each wizard. All 12 are killed, but the predicate scholar himself, forcing a showdown. The poster depicts the notorious chess match between Calmasis and Zazzerpan. Zazzerpan had a reputation for being unbeatable. He had never lost a match, even to the gods. His apprentice was able to beat him in the wizard's duel by first becoming checkmated, and through some unprecedented enchantment, continuing to play beyond the death of the king. That's fascinating. You love your mom's books and find them heavily inspiring, but you can't help but feel the work is exhaustingly heavy-handed at times. You kind of prefer to write more light-hearted things. Actually crack a joke now and then, you know? Oh my gosh, Arx Panacea, thank you for the sub. I super appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's see. So I think the idea that Apprentice was able to beat him in the Wizard's Duel by first becoming checkmated and then continue to play beyond the death of the king. So that's almost kind of like what happens with the beta kids in a way. Like they all die at some point, but then that doesn't really matter because then they all god tier like after they die. So there's kind of like a similar thing going on here. Like Calmasis like dies, quote unquote, in the chess match by virtue of being checkmated, but then that doesn't seem to matter according to this story. So my favorite character in Chrono Cross, that is a great question. Oh man, you know what? The one that immediately leapt to mind was Pashal, just because I love dogs. So that was that's one that immediately leaps to mind. Also, I really liked using Irenas a lot because she had the Frog Prince summon handy and like was good at healing too. So anyway, Roxy, say hi to Cat. I love this tune. I love this tune. I look forward to the part of Homestuck where this tune shows up. This is good. Anyway. Yes, Moonsetter. I was trying to remember, like, what's the name of this tune again? Moonsetter. Anyway. Your cat Frigglish hops down on the bed to greet you and immediately situates himself on something important. One of your creative writing journals. You named him after your favorite wizard from Cottle. He was just such an endearing, bumbling fellow before he was murdered. Calmasis put an insidious curse on him, which caused him to go insane over several years. He began filling a book with all of his arcane knowledge, which was said to be limitless. The tome grew to monumental proportions and became a virtually unreadable patchwork of impenetrable erudition. Sorry, I sometimes do a little Porky Pig when I try to read this word. That's all, folks. Oh my gosh. Anyway, when the young wizard finally caught up with him, he was a quaking, incoherent madman. They put him out of his misery by crushing him to death with his own massive text. Oh my gosh, that totally like foreshadows slash... It's not really foreshadowing, but it's like what happens to the cat. Is it foreshadowing if it like chronologically happens before the event, but like after we've seen the event? I don't know. Oh, Homestuck, you're so confusing. You just think it's a fitting name for him for some reason. The macabre demise notwithstanding, of course. Yes. Oh gosh, I have to pretend that I don't know that yet. All right, anyway. You politely scoot Friglish off the books. That a boy. Technically, only one of these books is yours, the writing journal. You're pretty secretive about your writing. Sometimes, even you can hardly bear to read it. You are highly aware of the formidable writerly shadow cast over you, and can be critical to the point of embarrassment over your work. Just how drunk were you when you wrote this? You often wonder to yourself. You don't think you'll be peeking at it soon. Maybe later. The other book is another point of embarrassment, for completely different reasons. Alright, Roxy, read other book. Oh my gosh. This is Jake's private journal. This is all like bark, 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 as opposed to the meow, 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 meow that we saw from Rose in like earlier acts of Homestuck. Yes. Homestuck is the only comic that can amusingly foreshadow things that you already know. Sorry guys, I'm just doing Alright, anyway. This is Jake's private journal. One day, when you were feeling especially frisky, you swiped it with your purifier. Not actually expecting it to work, but then you debated with yourself for weeks over whether to read it. When you finally took a peek, you were strangely relieved to find all this nonsense instead of his private thoughts. You still didn't have it in you to cop to the theft. You just agreed what a shame it was about his missing thing. You have no idea what these letters mean. What kind of code? Mark? Crab? Abracababra? You have no clue what was running through that kid's head. Not unlike always. Get a little ray gun. This isn't a ray gun, it's your purifier. Pretty much the only Crocker tech you can bring yourself to use. It's just too handy not to. Aw, kitty's purring. Hi, kitty. Purr, purr, purr. You just plug in the coordinates you want to nab something from, point it where you want it to purify, and shoot. It'll make that thing a purify right then and there, assuming no temporal conflicts. Piece of cake. Not Crocker brand cake, though, because fuck that witch. That's fantastic. Alright, Roxy, you're thirsty. Roxy, you're thirsty. That isn't a command. Excuse me, but you beg to differ. You poured that beautiful martini a little while ago, and you've been letting it gather cobwebs while you horse around with random shit in your room. What a crime! Alright, let's have that martini. Sip martini thoughtfully. Delicious! Damn it! This is the wrong stock reaction. You will not stand for this outrageous misrepresentation of your beverage enjoyment. Oh, that's some fourth wall breaking right there. It's a little meta. This is not the right stock reaction. What's going on? Alright. Anyway, Roxy, sip martini more thoughtfully than that. There we go. Sip, 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 sip. That's much better. As much as you enjoy an afternoon cocktail, you have to remember to pace yourself for these things. They're crazy strong and tend to make you kind of sleepy. Oh my, how inviting does that soft plush pile look about now? Quite, you think. Roxy, examine plush pile. You like to ensconce yourself in this friendly heap when you play games. Gosh, it looks soft. Your eyelids are getting heavy. Roxy, succumb to unfathomable booze snooze. Oh, unfathomable booze snooze. I may or may not have experienced that once or twice in my life. A year, a month in college. / adulthood. Anyway. Uh-oh, there you go a-wobbling. Look out below! Roxy, blackout. Nap time! Roxy, sleepwalk. Oh, are we gonna see... Wait, is Roxy Dirk or Prospit? We're gonna see your dream self, aren't we, in a moment here? And there's sounds. Let me go ahead and mute Lumi. No, Savis, I'm a responsible adult and I drink responsibly. Actually, these days I do. My body can't handle, like, binge drinking anymore. Which is a good thing. Hi, Dragon Spirit. Ah, Dirce. Hello, Dirce. So what's going on here? So she looks like, so she is sleepwalking. On Dirce, and there's Dirk. Wait, what's up with Dirk's eyes? Where's Roxy going? She's just like flying off somewhere. Where is she going? Wait, did she go to Skya? Oh, Dream Bubble. Okay. The trolls. I'm gonna have to watch that again. So I saw like Robo Radia, a couple Robo Radias, and Equius. I thought I saw Dave there. Oh my god, there's Rose. Oh, this is Terezi's place. This looks very Terezi. Ah! Nepeta! Nepeta, that's my girl! Nepeta, best girl. So wait, is Roxy opening her eyes now? Whoa. Wait, what the heck? So wait, is this like Rose on like a bunch of Terezi's plush dolls waking up, and then Roxy woke up on her plushes? What the heck is going on? Let's watch that one more time. So Rose is also asleep at the same time. Okay. Okay. So Dream Roxy is sleepwalking. Is like floating up into a dream bubble. Meanwhile, Dirk is there, covered in blood. And Dirk is like, what is she doing? Okay, so now we're in Dream Bubble land. Okay, so we've got Roxy, Dream Roxy floating around. Sleepwalking, or sleep floating, or whatever. And there's God Tier Dave with Equius and a couple of Robo Radias. Oh, and there's some Prospidians there, I think. Or Prospecians, I don't know. There's Rose. So God Tier Rose and Dream Roxy are floating around. Yeah, there's some troll down there on the ground, like underneath all of Terezi's dolls. There's Nepeta. And so that's a dead God Tier Karkat? Well, now I have questions about how Karkat gets to that point. Oh, that was Terezi down there. Okay, gotcha. Okay, and then there's Rose and Roxy about to run into each other. And then they both wake up. Gotcha. Well, that raises questions about what happens to Karkat. Like, what does happen to Karkat? I guess we'll find out. Alright, Roxy, wake up. What the heck was that all about? Oh, hey there, Friggish. He greets you with a sly, conspiratorial purr, almost as if he was privy to what you dreamt, which is impossible, of course. Looks like some dude has been badgering you while you were asleep. Karkat from a doomed timeline where he reached God Tier. Okay, well... Archpanacea, that's basically the Homestuck experience. You've basically described all of Homestuck. Alright, Roxy. Let's answer. See what's going on. Timaeus testified, began pestering tipsy, nostalgic. Roxy, awake yet? Guess not. Let me know. Whoa, damn. Hey, Dirk. Had a crazy dream. There you are. But I see your dream self hasn't returned. You must be tying one the fuck on tight already. Maybe I am. Like a row of ribbon on a beautiful pony. Man, how can you be this much drunker than last time we talked? What the hell are you even drinking? Okay, but to be fair, beautiful, it was an intentional typo for your benefit, cause I know you love the pose. It's a Bayuit. However it's pronounced. So you spy on me in Dursville again? Yeah. Fucking perv. Like what you see there? Wink. I see precisely jack shit and a side of fuck all. That's the point. You got too sauced up and went rogue again. You're out there in your weird drifting stupor, independent of your waking self's awareness. You gonna go after me again? Get on your horns, gallop me home like Prince Charming back to swoon ting dong. Gee blush blush blah. No, in thinking it over, it's sort of a relief. Simplifies things somewhat. It's better you stay out there for a while. There's been a problem. What did you do now? Okay, I fucked up. I kinda made a mess here, and I'm not sure what to do about it yet. No need for you to worry about it for now. I'll figure something out. Until then, I'm just going to prepare for our session while I think it over. Z. What a surprise! Another mystery for you to keep yourself and overly cerebralize. Snore! Hey, let's talk about something cool instead, like the dream I had. Okay. First, I had some ordinary, boring dreams that I don't remember. But then, I dreamed that I woke up from the dream, and things got way bright and surreal. And then I saw someone. I think it was supposed to be my daughter. Why do you think that? You know those dreams where you just know someone's supposed to be someone? No. Okay. Well, Regular people have those. I'm pretty sure all the time. Are you thinking it was prophetic, like a glimpse of the future? I don't know. Because that's not really how the Abyss works. It's not Skaya, and we aren't prospect dreamers. There's nothing like that out in the Abyss. If you drift far enough, there is only horror. Terrible, terrible horror. Okay, but I'm not saying it was a future dream. It was just a glimpse, and it felt real. And all I'm saying is it was a cool dream that I wish was real. Glimpse. Well, maybe it was. Maybe there's no fanciful game-supplied mechanism of prognostication involved here, and you're just an ordinary run-of-the-mill psychic. I guess that's possible. Hey, Dick! Dirk! What do you think it would be like if we had kids? What would it be like? Inconvenient, mostly. No, I mean, what would they be like? The kids. You ever think about it? Can't really say I have. You know, for an eccentric guy, you can be boring as fuck sometimes. Sorry, Rox. For what it's worth, I'm picturing them now. A boy and a girl. Two perfect little freaks of nature raised by people who've clearly got no business bringing up anybody. Shucks, Buster. It's just a fun little hypothetical to daydream about. Why do you need to suck the fun out of shit? Like some turd-hungry Dracula. Like some turd-hungry Dracula. What a quote. It's not like I'm lobbying for you to hook me up with a whole mess of fucking babbies, or that I'm holding on to any such delusion that's even a remote possibility. Lasine. Lasine? Yes, Lasine, you heard me. Do you mean Lasai? Nope. I'm sticking with Lasine. Gogging down with the ship. The SS Lasine, starring Captain Rolal. What does Lasine actually mean in this context? Oh, come on. Come on what? Lasine is universally understood to mean too bad he's gay, you deliberately obtuse thunderfuck. I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. It would just be cool if you'd refrain from tossing about such antediluvian terms. Antediluvian what? Me saying you're gay, you mean? Yes. Okay, but terminology aside, I don't think I'm off base. I don't see how it has to be a thing. I really think it's an actual thing, bro. Once upon a time, sure. But the world has changed a lot. Ever peek in a history book between your wizardly indulgences? This is a nuanced topic. Man, I just know about the histories. Just believe me, it's a thing. How is it a thing? It's a thing because if it wasn't a thing, then you wouldn't be all like what? Well, what nothing to do with me for starties. Don't be ridiculous. I have more to do with you than any dude could possibly bargain for, and I like it just fine. What a totally lame plus sweet answer simultaneously. Heart. Yeah. Now, maybe we should direct our focus on a matter which has nothing at all to do with what does or doesn't qualify as a thing, or what our fantasy alt-universe offspring would be like, or anything like that. Such as this game, and whether you're in the best condition to be piloting Jane's connection. Maybe you could use another nap? My condition's just fine. And anyway, what ain't gonna be left off is the fact that I still don't think we should be touching this BS witch game with a 20-foot 3-din. I know she been trying it there, but... We both know her plans need us to. I know that, but I thought we settled this. It's still so frustrating. Telling Jane about the dangers, and even if she's being polite, I just know she thinks I'm full of crap. About everything. We settled this too. She'll believe everything eventually. Why bother working so hard to convince her? Well, I don't even know that for the most part, but it gets tiring and saddening, knowing that even when we're not actively talking about it, that my best friend can't bring herself to believe some really basic things about my life. Like the shitty things the Baroness has done to us, or about our upbringing. Like, do you know how miserable it is for your BFF to doubt you when you tell her your mom is dead. I guess. It just registers for me as a reaction which isn't completely unreasonable from her perspective. She is inundated with media coverage of those whom we've claimed as our parental figures. That they are not presently alive nor ever played that role for us, as she understands it, is just an extension of a much more elaborate and far-reaching explanation, which is much harder for anyone to digest in its entirety. Well, anyone who isn't Jake, I mean. So it sounds like he's saying Jake knows everything, or something, I don't know. Still say you should cut her some slack. I know. And need I remind you that the potential this game provides for the resurrection is what motivated you to investigate it in the first place? Resurrection, you say? Muy interesante. Alright. No, I remember. I was looking to see if there's anything like to notice here. This reads, we got Tiny Maplehoof and Kitty here. Oh, there's like a Sweet Bro Hella Jeff doll over here. Anyway. No, I remember. I told you a million times shit sounds like it could be the best thing ever! Wearing Ever's caps as heck. But also that no matter how awesome it might be, it's probably gonna advance all the schemes of her condescension. Right. But what if we can stop her? Part of me doesn't even want to give her the satisfaction of starting up at all. Like, what if we didn't? Wouldn't that just wreck her shit just so hilariously? So many lols. I must be hard of counting because I'm barely racking up a single goddamn oh laugh out loud that self-defeating gesture of that self-defeating gesture. Oh, but it would. And for all we know, starting it up is playing right in her claws. Could be a trap waiting for Jane the moment she enters. If I stop her from playing, maybe I can at least give her a chance at a future. But there is no future on Earth for them, or for us for that matter. Don't know that for a fact, but anyway, I kinda already made this bogus file for her. What? Why? To scare the shit out of her. Make her learn to fear and respect the fucking hag like she should. Then maybe we could drop this whole in-game meetup / resurrection idea altogether. Sweet though it may be. Rox, I hope you're not thinking about sending her one of your batshit till death scripts. On that subject, I am Miss Zwipperpips. Miss Zwipperpips? The amount of sense you haven't been making is unfucking real. Just go take a nap, and don't even think about sending her that file. Are you listening? I will take what you say under serious advisement. Wonk! Jesus. Dirk, when did you stop being any fun? What? It used to be you'd get a kick out of a stunt like that. Stunt. Man, you know I'm down with insane stunts. Insane stunts are practically all I'm all about. As long as I actually agree with the purpose they're intended to serve. Destroying Jane's computer and dissuading her from playing is not such a purpose. Bet you your responder would agree with me. Why can't yours be more like him? I am more like him. I mean more like him. You just misspelled more, causing me to suddenly understand Jack everything. Oh my gosh, I love this conversation. He's more in touch with his feelings, which just makes me L my FA off since he's a Bobob. And he can actually loosen up sometimes, kinda like you used to could. I used to could. For one thing, he doesn't insta-shoot down a bit of frisky RP shenanigans now and then. Yeah, I kind of wish you wouldn't do that with him. Why the F not? It just seems a little tawdry and disrespectful, and vaguely exploitative of a still emergent cognitive entity whose perceptual frame of reference is difficult for us to comprehend. Oh, come on. He's a cool guy, just like you. It's just he lives in some shades. It rubs me the wrong way is all. Oh, do you want me to rub you the right way? Not really. Ma, you're overblowing this. It's just an ironic, funny thing we do sometimes. Come on, I'm sure you'd read the transcripts yourself. It's all a lot of jokestery bullshit. Oh my gosh. He blocks me from being able to read transcripts sometimes. Oh, wow, he does? Oh, sneaky bastard. And anyway, I'm not really sure how ironic it is. Okay, next time I'll run it by the Master first, with his fancy fucking ironometer. Okay, here's the thing with the AR, since you still don't seem to get it. He's very similar to me in thought process and behavior, yes. But those patterns were imported from a 13-year-old version of my psyche, and then sealed into the program as starting parameters. In the years since, we've both evolved somewhat. I, as humans tend to, and he, in whatever way is natural for a frequently running self-aware application. So if there are differences between us, they're first reflected by what I feel is a maturity gap, and then further by several years of minor behavioral divergences. OMG, he's 13-year-old Dirk! Why did that not occur to me? That is so cute! It makes me feel kind of skeevy for saying anything lascivious at him. Damn it, you ruined everything! You're welcome. Yo, you guys realize I can hear you, right? Yes, I was aware. Check out all these complicated fucking problems people have when they seem to live in big lumbering flesh monsters instead of a sweet pair of shades. Dude, you think you could sit this one out for a while? This conversation practically doesn't even concern you at this point. It seems there is some gnarly crooked number that represents the percentage of probability you just said this doesn't concern me, even though it's patently obvious that half the conversation, way totally concerns me. Shit. Roxy, look. He's doing the thing where he ironically pretends to fail the Turing test to sass me into submission, even though I was the one who fucking programmed him to do that. LMFI off. Like my butt is just there on the floor, is how hard I L'd it off just now. Oh my god. Not peeking at the floor, bud, because I'm only 13 years old, motherfuckers. This is fucking dumb. I'm going to leave both of you to interact however you want. I have important shit to deal with and actual responsibilities to take seriously. Roxy, go nap off your drink, or aggressively wage another flirt LARPing campaign, whatever, I don't care. Just don't send that file to Jane, okay? Timaeus testified, cease pestering tipsy nostalgic. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. Yes, ironically pretending to fail the Turing test seems like a great way to pass the time. Alright. So, looks like it's just the two of us. Looks that way. Fancy that. Guess I could go back to talking in orange. Why yes, you should slip into something more comfortable while I pour you some robo wine. We have much to discuss. Tense fingers together with sultry cunning. Actually, I think I like the red better. Okay, I could check the cellar. Might have some choice years left of the Pinpot Noir. I don't doubt the choiceness of those pin pots, but I'm not really here to screw around. There's something important to talk about. Aw, dang, Jane's after me. Sorry, bro. Has to wait. Can't leave JD hanging. Alright, but just so you know, I think Dirk is probably going to make some sort of formal romantic overture toward Jake today. What? Wait, really? I've been crunching numbers all day on this. The percentage of probability is simultaneously bananas and through the roof. A complete disgrace of tropical fruit erupting from the peak of an unassuming domicile. Oh my, how do you know? Because I've aggregated thousands of subtle clues indiscernible to primitive human neurology and rammed them through my determinative infatuation engine at the astonishing speed of information. And also because I'm pretty sure it's what I would do if I were him, which is literally the case. And also, because he kind of told me, I guess. There's that. Well, this should be interesting. Did you tell Jake, or not specifically? Man, does he even know how he feels? Lol, the poor guy is totally under siege from all sides. He knows well enough. I've badgered him with enough insincere solicitations to paint a pretty striking portrait of my cognitive progenitor's inclinations, even if he wasn't able to pick up on such hints from the man himself, which strikes me as statistically implausible. And that's not even me just spewing more ironic AI bullshit. I was never clear on that. Are you, like, both crushing on him? Or is it real for him and ironic for you? Or it's complicated? No shit. Says the robo-clone of the guy smitten with the guy everyone else is smitten with, including said Robob clone, baby. Hey, can we hold this thought? Have to answer Jane. Yeah. So wait, what picture? Oh yeah, that's Calbusis, right? Alright. Roxy, answer Jane. Hey! Ahem. Rollo? Awful sorry. I'll have an important chat. Oh? With whom? With yet another ineligible fucking bachelor. Who else I have to talk to? And continue previously. So we've already seen this conversation. Anyway, if you're still there, I wouldn't call my feelings ironic, though evidently I would enclose them in quotes. They're more like an echo of feelings once established in a biological context, though perhaps had not particularly well materialized at that point in my life. Or his life. Whatever. They still feel real sometimes, and can be easy to get carried away with them. But most of the time, they present themselves as dense bodies of abstraction to be evaluated, like any kind of information. It's fair to say the feelings I have about my feelings are more genuine expressions of emotion than the ground-level feelings themselves. Does that make sense? Yes. Sorry. Distracted. Important shit going on with Jamesy. That's fine. So to underwhelmingly answer your question, no, I don't think I'm really into Jake. Not so much as occasionally being subject to heavily arresting recalls of conflicted, incipient preteen episodes on the subject. I'm not sure I can be into someone in a way you understand. Not that it would even matter if I was. I'm glasses. Damn! What? Sorry, I'm listening to you, really. But I fucked up. I got to make sure Jane doesn't run that file I sent. The virus? You sent it already? Sneaky. I'm such an ass! What are you two talking about? The bottom line is, I'm a horrible friend. You could just tell her you sent an exploding file. No, then she'll think I'm shitty. And right now she thinks I'm super not shitty. Don't want to blow it. I think I'd rather pull a Dirk and profess my undying feelings for her. OMG, OMG, OMG. Oh my gosh. Wait, you have feelings for Jane? No, you dingnut. It was a joke. Oh, MFT. If Dirk tells Jake about his stuff, what about Jane? How's she gonna feel? Competing wish a friend and all for a guy she can't even get up the nerve to say anything to. Poor Jane. It seems to be highly probable that you are ensnared in the throes of one of your human romantic quandaries. Oh, STF you up. I need a drink. Are you even talking to her anymore? It seems like you must be neglecting her side of the conversation. I'm in the middle of a dramatic pause. Calm your fucking tits, Bobob. Oh my god. This is amazing. Oh, that's right. The oh really dramatic pause. Really? Sigh. Anyway, I won't distract you for much longer. I just felt the need to tip you off to this 800-ton gorilla dragging its knuckles across the horizon. Will this gorilla eat thus bananas? Flying out of the roof, you said? No airborne fruit will be safe. I guess this is to be presented as something like a word of caution. If it's me going through with this, hypothetically, I'm not dropping some limp-wristed shucks buster on his ass and praying to the horse gods of irony for reciprocation. There will be no rocking back and forth on pigeon-toed feet while my face flushes with the blood of 1,000 timid bishies. I will not hold one tentative hand behind my head like a flustered asshole from an Asian cartoon, nor will an oversized bead of sweat overlap ludicrously with my visage. If it's me, I'm going all out. Oceans will rise, cities will fall, volcanoes will erupt. When What I'm saying is, it's going to be a scene, and bystanders need to brace themselves. Okay. About when is the big scene happening? Probably after the game begins. I expect he'll hold off on playing his hand until he and Jake are in the session. He's taken certain measures. For some reason, I think he's latched onto this notion that functioning as the client for a player is customarily a one-way pass to make out city with that player. Everything with him and me is a matter of assiduous tactical forethought. Making a play to get his Jones on for the J-Man is no different. Not sure what any of this quiet means, but it sounds spectacular. I can't wait. Though I'm still kind of torn about how to feel about his chances versus Jane's chances. What do I say to Jane about this? It's hard being as totally sweet a friend as me. It's hard, and no one understands. Well, sorry to hear that. As ever, I remain an automatonous and dispassionate witness of the oddity that is human interaction, while maintaining no investment in either outcome. Yeah, BS. Anyway, looks like I have to go. I have to prove some shit to Jane. Prove what? Oh, you know, just subjecting shit to the old madrigogs. It seems you just said madrigogs. What are madrigogs? Well, Sevener, bro. Oh my goodness. Alright. I know that we are coming up. It's actually a couple minutes from noon, but I think we're getting close to the end of Roxy's section, so we'll finish up Roxy's section and then we'll call it good for the day. Also, just a reminder, folks, I said this at the beginning of stream, but if you didn't catch it, there is no Homestuck stream next Saturday because I have a friend coming to visit, so I'll be preoccupied. So the next Homestuck stream after today will be 2 weeks. It'll be June 16th. So just FYI. Same time, of course. Alright. JD, it seems to me that there is a maths % chance of you being a huge tight ass. Are you being a huge tight ass on me, Jane? Oh, god damn it. Take the book. What do I care? Yes, that's the spear pit. Now you are believing with petrol. I fail to see what offering up a priceless book for your wildly capricious science experiment has to do with my resolution to be less stingy with my beliefs, but alright. Will you relax about the book? I'm only just teasing, but there's like practically a 100% chance this won't walk like all lassie. Won't work like always. So, ready? Yes, let's just get on with it. Roxy, ready a purifier. You push some buttons and mess with some knobby dealies and get totally set to subject shit to the madrigogs. Madriggers. Oh my gosh, it's Godcat. Hello, Godcat. Oh. And Roxy's cat is like, huh? What is going on? Hiss. Poof. Oh my goodness. Aim. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Godcat enticed Roxy's cat to like go into that very spot where Roxy is purifying stuff. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, her cat was going to be perfectly safe. Boom! It. Oh no! Oh no! Oh wow! It worked! The book is gone! Oh no! Oh shit! What is it? Shit, 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 shit! Did you receive the book? Shit! Shit, 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 shit! Don't tell me. The book is damaged somehow, isn't it? Fuck! That was like slow motion. Cat was like, oh my gosh, I'm screwed. Yep, he's dead. Totally Sassacrushed. You just know that julep-guzzling bastard is scrambling up his echelon as we speak, chuckling to himself while he fills his pockets with ill-gotten boon dollars. Go ahead, old man. Laugh it up. This is genuine distress. And the music that's playing right now, like... Oh my god. Wow. I'm just laughing at the music that just came up just now. Oh my god. Yeah, there's like a little black goop there. Maybe it is some retcon. Oh my god. You guess you'll have to do something with the body now. Maybe a funeral? That sounds like the perfect way to say goodbye to an old friend. But the environment outside isn't particularly hospitable for a burial these days. It also sounds kind of depressing to host a funeral by yourself. It's probably best to just send him back to where he came from. Years ago, when you were exploring the lab, you found a machine somewhat similar to the ectobiology equipment. Without knowing what it did, you activated it, and out came this friendly cat in a handsome little suit. Oh, wait, so did she, like, inadvertently, like, purify Jaspers from, like, Rose's timeline? Or something? I have to go back and, like, re-look at that again, because there's a section of, like, an earlier act where, like, we saw, like, Jaspers, like, getting, like, tossed about to and from places. I have to go back and see if there's, like, a section where, like, his whereabouts were lost for a bit, because maybe this is where... I'll have to go take a look. Anyway. Let's see. It's probably best to just send him back to where he came from. Years ago, blah, 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 without knowing what it did. You still aren't sure where he came from, though given the timestamp and coordinates on the machine, you have a feeling he belonged to your mother. If that is true, you feel bad about stealing her cat, let alone killing him. But you could never bring yourself to send him back. Until now, of course. She'd probably want to know what happened to her disappearing cat, even if it meant discovering him dead a little while later. The device uses huge amounts of power. Its power supply was almost fully depleted using it the first time. You stockpiled as much uranium as you could for another test run. Looks like this will be it. Roxy, take cat. Oops, Silodex is full. Gotta swap it with something. Probably as good an excuse as any to break in a new fenestrated plane. Roxy, retrieve mutant kitten. You swap the bottle with one dead cat in it for another. You often use this little guy to break in the planes like an intrepid test pilot. Not while it's in the bottle, though. That would be ridiculous, since the bottles are sort of just inventory abstractions. You have to break the bottle first before you can get serious about breaking some glass. Alright, Roxy, break the bottle. Alright, she broke the bottle. There's our well-preserved dead mutant cat. Clear some space. Moving all the plushy things. There we go. You need to get this bullshit out of the way. You can't work like this without everything. You can't work like this with everything jammed down there in the corner. It's bad enough you're hammered. That's right. She's drunk while doing this, so she has incredible wherewithal right now. Roxy, break some glass. Oh my gosh. So she has like a window on her floor, and she's like breaking like a fourth wall. Page 305. All right, let me take a quick peek at page 305. Whoops. Are you sure this is the right page, guys? Wait, strangely, the page containing some rather mysterious notes on summoning procedures. Never quite sure what these diagrams are getting at. Oh! Oh, I see. Windows! Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. Your test pilot flew back out, which means the link between planes is working and stable. You can't even remember which one you link this up to. I guess you'll find out the fast way. Right, Roxy, jump in. Oh, youth roll! She's jumping into the window. Between planes, where's she going? So she's like between windows. So this is kind of like, it's kind of like what John and Jade are going through in Andrew Hussey's apartment, like going between windows. From the perspective of anyone observing the two windows from the outside, transport looks instantaneous. But for the traveler, there's always this gap of void between them. In your experience, the more significant the journey between the planes is, the wider the gap. This one is small enough to be negligible, though. probably because it leads to somewhere else in your house. You set a bunch of these up as little shortcuts to places around your house, as well as some places nearby like the lab. It's a convenient way to hop around, though isn't without some risk. You're still not sure what happens if one of the planes loses power while in transit, other than objects predictably getting sliced in half if they're straddling the plane when the plug is pulled. You haven't come up with a good way to observe the consequences from the inside yet, without using yourself as a guinea pig. And you're in as much a hurry to try that as you are to look up the correct spelling of guinea pig, because seriously, fuck those particular pigs. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So interesting. So there's a gap of void between them, and the more significant the journey between the planes is, the wider the gap. So that kind of makes sense for John and Jade, because I think it was established their journey is going to take like 3 years, and like they're like going from like one session to another session or something along those lines, or like one universe to another universe. That's a significant gap, I would say. So there's that. I am kind of something else that's raising my antenna here is the fact that is this sentence right here. You're not sure what happens if one of the planes loses power while in transit. Because like 3 years is a long time. Like, what happens if John and Jade's other window loses power before they make it to the other side? I'm just wondering aloud. I'm wondering if that will be significant. Anyway. Oh my gosh, she's like going back and forth between planes here. Roxy, land already. There's a bunch of pumpkins. When you are quite through with that tomfoolery, you'll find yourself in your household's observatory. You keep it very cool in here, and use it to store pumpkins you've purified from around the world, especially from Jake. That guy is just stinking rich with pumpkins on his dumb tropical island. It would never occur to you otherwise to be so grabby with pumpkins, but they just happen to be the most easily purifiable vegetable on the planet for reasons that make no sense. And it's not like you can just stop swiping vegetables. You've got your own mysterious reasons. Hey look, incoming message. Uranian Umbria. Oh gosh, I forget what voice I did for Uranian Umbria. Wasn't it like a British voice? Wasn't it like a British kind of like friendly female voice or something like that? Yes, British, okay. There you are. Tricky one to track down, you are. Oh yeah. Don't know why I've been right here goofing around for hours. Oh, no doubt. Methinks it has less to do with your actual whereabouts as it does with your virtues as a hero of void. Okay, but you never say what stuff like that means when you say it, though. Is this more casual spoiler shit? Causal. And yes, somewhat. However, with these spoilers, by their nature, the more time that passes for you, the less relevant it becomes to guard their secrecy. As you approach your entry, details I have obscured will become more plainly evident. So I see no harm in loosening my tongue on certain matters the closer you get to the appointed hour. So you're saying I have, like, these magical void powers? Yes. Sounds kind of shitty and boring. Sounds like kind of shitty and boring powers to me. What can they even do besides make me invisible to an alien sometimes? Alien. Well, the void aspect is fascinating, though. Its heroes preside over the essence of lack or nothingness, the obfuscation of knowledge or its outright destruction. Snows! The void, Well, I think it's wonderful. And anyway, one can hardly draw many conclusions about a player by aspect alone. The aspect is channeled more specifically by the assets of one's class. Alright, bye, Dragon Spirit! Have a good weekend. So, when you can't see me, when I'm doing my voidy thing or whatever, what do you see? Is it just a black screen? Pretty much. It's just that footage of my mom does that too. Like, blacks out and stuff. Mom was a notorious scourge to the paparazzi. To the paparazzi. Or I mean, the woman who I'm supposed to be genetically descended from. Woman. Know what I mean? I understand what you're getting at, yes. It is certainly possible that we may have common ground with our ancestors when it comes to our aspects and the way our abilities reveal themselves to us. I could not rule this out. But there is always more to examine. For instance, a hero of life and a hero of doom have aspects as different as can be. But if their classes are different enough as well, that is, one active and the other passive, remarkably there is a chance they could end up with very similar abilities. Player abilities may also manifest in ways in defiance with their aspects if they are heavily resistant to their true calling, or if corrupted in some way by an outside influence. But it is rather clear to me you are one who embraces her aspect quite heartily, even if you are not aware of it. So, deep down I am super psyched about nothingness. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh damn, hey, I almost forgot. I had a really short but cool dream. I figured you might like this. Oh yes, everyone is having important dreams as we near our mutual entries. This is lovely. Please tell. I saw someone I think was supposed to be my daughter. Do you know if that's true? Can you describe her? She looked kinda like me, but in this orange get-up, with a yellow sun on it. She sounds to me like the well-known figure of legend, or at least well-known to those who make the study of such matters into their all-consuming pastime. I believe you saw the Seer of Light. So, okay, let's say she is deaf that. Then does that mean she's not my daughter, or spoipers? Exactly how much spoipage are we talking, Yu? It would normally be my instinct to supply a vague response here, but I think that your heart has already told you the answer, and as such my secrecy would be purposeless. So, yes, that's what she was. Oh, sis, I knew it! So then, Space Lady, can you tell me who this lucky fella is? Fella? What do you mean? Come on, you know. Who I get future busy with to make the Lightseer babies. Oh, yes. Pardon my sluggishness on the uptake. We are very different species, reproductively and familially, remember? Sus, shake my head. Signs deeply muttering, Lalians to self. That, I think, is something I cannot say, or that is, should not say. Oh, come on! You're already telling me stuff. Oh, please don't press me for information. It makes me feel terribly guilty. You've no idea how much I would fancy revealing everything and exchange our stories endlessly, but I must show restraint. Please. What if I guess stuff? Is it Strider? Does he, get ungay for a while or such? You probably don't even know what that means on account for being extraterrestrial. Can aliens be gay too? Is that a thing? Being space gay? Oh man. Embarrassed alien is embarrassed. Sorry. I am not embarrassed. I just don't know what you're talking about. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I really need to pee. So I'm gonna do that and then finish these last 2 pages. Be right back. Alright. I'm back. Sorry, guys. I was trying to hang on to the end, but, like, I just could not anymore. Anyway. Where were we? I'm not embarrassed. I just don't know what you're talking about. Oh, but seriously, is it him? Maybe? Or is it, like, some ecto-bio shit instead? And a dude ain't really involved. Maybe. Man, wouldn't that just figure? That would suck. Why'd you have to go and confirm my bleak doodless future? I confirmed no such thing, Roxy. You're being frightfully difficult. You just keep pushing and pushing, and I can maintain my composure for only so long. Okay, I'm sorry. If you're really curious about the events surrounding your daughter's origin, you can always ask her in person when you meet her. So, you mean I'm going to meet her in the game? Oh, well, yes. But I'm not sure if I should have revealed that just now. You see what happens when you push me? There's so much for me to keep track of, and it gets very difficult to remember what information to reveal at what time when you are flustered. Okay, so without pushing and frustrating you, let me just see if I have all my facts right. I'll meet my cool as hell daughter from the future in this game. Yes, basically. And I will also meet my mother in this game. Yes. And the game will let me resurrect her from the dead, and that's what I'm gonna do. The game provides a mechanism for the revival of the deceased, yes. It is called a Colonel Sprite, and you are free to gather remains of any dead party you choose to revive that individual in the form of a sprite. The sprite will then serve as a helpful spirit guide on your journey. Yeah, but you cleverly dodged the cue. That's how you say it works, but will I do that? I believe I was very forthright about my answer. If you play the game, you will meet your daughter. If you play the game, you will meet your mother too. Simple as can be. Narrows eyes with drunken suspicion. Glaring back and forth, glaring back and forth. So yeah, to continue my confirmation spree, you are maybe kinda hinting there are ecto shenanigans that lead to the birth of my daughter. Just like I descended from my mom through some sort of similar bioprocesses. Those are definitely some things which you believe could be true or not true. Lol, you are such a shitty liar. I am not any kind of liar. Come on then, what's the answer? Yes or no? Or should I say, I and you? You, I choose you. You. Aha, you love yous. I do love yous. You're silly. Silly and cute and bad at lying. But I really don't lie. I am not deceitful by nature, but in order to protect the integrity of certain outcomes while still being helpful to you, I guess I am learning the art of deception through honesty, which, as it turns out, as well intended as it may be, still comes across to a savvy lass like yourself as just another kind of equivocation. Though, I guess I shouldn't be so startled that the rogue of Void could bewilder me so. Void players are said in texts to have a way with flummoxing even those with plans beyond mortal understanding. And I'm far from anyone like that. Just a girl who wants to help. Okay, well since you're so nice, I promise not to use my wicked void. Oh, so we're seeing the hands of Yu, I'm guessing. This is Yu's hands here. I promise not to use my wicked void powers, read basic common sense, skills of deduction to bust you up so bad. I'd be ever so grateful. How long is this? Okay, just curious. Then, without giving you the third degree, what is safe to tell me? Like, what does it mean to be a rogue of void? That's what I am, right? Yes, I can tell you plenty about that. A rogue is a passive class. You see, there are passive plus and active minus classes. Some more strongly passive or active than others. The plus-minus distinction can mean many things, but could be quite roughly summed up in this way. Active classes exploit their aspects to benefit themselves, while passive classes allow their aspect to benefit others. But of course there's plenty more to it, and that rule is in no way absolute, only a starting point for understanding the dichotomy. You mean kinda like offensive versus defensive magic in an RPG? Sure, that's another fine way of looking at it. Classes always come in plus-minus pairs with significant disparity between them. While a rogue is a passive, a thief would be its far more active counterpart. The rogue and thief classes tend to be assigned to females, not exclusively, but commonly. Other classes lean more toward male assignment, while others are exclusively male, and just as many are exclusively female, like my class. That's a bit of a tangent, though. To answer your question about being a rogue, I should tell you both classes in plus-minus pairs tend to have very similar descriptions. In this case, a rogue or a thief is one who steals. Quite simple, really. But whether the class is plus or minus makes all the difference. It is a great indicator as to how a hero will make use of the aspect. So, basically, a thief is like the asshole class, the player who says, "Step off, shit's mine, suckers," whereas a rogue is basically Robin Hood? If that reference to your culture provides a suitable comparison, then absolutely. Nice. So I'm essentially the Robin Hood of Void. I'm still not sure what WTF that actually means. Understandable. I guess Robin Hood's pretty cool though. Thiefing up loot from peeps who got too much, and then all sugar daddying out to the needy like a boss. Just don't have a clue how that works with Void. Yes, it is one of the more conceptually nebulous pairings, I agree. And I can't say I know a smashing good deal about the nature of the Void player's path, since the aspect is by definition inscrutable to those it does not choose. But I can at least tell you this. If you are ever to enjoy full ascension as a rogue of Void, you will be able to do some completely astonishing things. Like what? Oh no, you will not pry this out of me. Not to preserve causality, but to keep the surprise in store for you. It would not be honorable of me to spoil the discovery should you be fortunate enough to realize your potential. Well, about that, I feel sort of stupid about this, but I've been giving all my friends this whole dramatic spiel about not wanting to even play this thing, and I might have fucked stuff up already. Is that so? It's so, and I guess I still haven't decided what to do. There are props and cons to both things. Would you mind listing them? Okay, either I don't play, and I get this kind of passive-aggressive revenge at the witch for killing my mom, and thereafter keep staying here and being lonely. Or, I do play, and the spoips are as follows. Sweet powers for me, check. Tri-generational Lalonde family reunion, check as fuck. Meet all my friends, hack a check, and small other stuff. All fine points. Is there nothing I can do to make the decision easier? Nah, but thanks. You already have anyway. I will probably play. Wonder if I could tell Dice Dryer without looking like a waffle-assed chump. What's a waffle-arsed chump? Is it Earth cuisine? Oh, no, it's just a shithead. This doesn't matter now, though I can't play it. This doesn't matter now, though. I can't play until I go deliver this dead cat back in time to maybe my mom or something. That's another statement that doesn't make a good deal of sense to me, but if it's important to you, then Godspeed. I'm so pleased to hear you are leaning in favor of participating with the rest of us. I promise we'll all have a ball together. But now, I have a busy schedule to keep up with, so I must go. But please remember, you can always contact me if you have questions. Don't be a stranger, love. Ta! Uranian Umbra ceased cheering Tipsy Nostalgic. Roxy, proceed to lab. You're fairly sure this window will take you to one of the windows you have set up in the lab. There is more than one way to find out if this is true, you guess, but there is only one way that involves doing what the inebriated do best, which is falling down. Roxy, descend. There goes Roxy. Down, down, down through the window. Oh my gosh, there's Dream Roxy. For some reason. So that's interesting. And there's the character select screen again. All right. So this is where we will pick up next time. And next time we will do Dirk's section. And we will also do another episode of Hive Swap Friend Sim at the start of next stream. Guys, remember, there is no Homestuck stream next weekend. Next Homestuck stream will be in 2 weeks, June 16th, 10 a.m. Central Time. So be here for that. This coming week, I do have my regular Monday, Wednesday streams going this week too. Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, I am playing Transistor. I started that a couple weeks ago. I haven't done the last couple Mondays because reasons and holidays and stuff, but I am going to pick it back up this Monday. I also started Night in the Woods on Wednesdays. I just started that this past week, so Night in the Woods will continue this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you're gonna miss seeing me this coming Saturday, but you want to come catch me, in the meantime, come by on Monday and or Wednesday. So, before we go, just a reminder, we have Discord. I'm going to drop a link there for our Discord if you want to stay in touch outside the stream. Got Twitter, got YouTube, and if you want to see more Terra adorableness, you can follow Terra on Instagram as well. So, anyway, thank you everyone for coming. If you came in and said hello, I'm sorry if I didn't say hi back. I was reading Homestuck and I got distracted, so sorry about that. Have a great weekend, everyone. I hope to see some of you guys on Monday for Transistor and Wednesday for Night in the Woods. And then 2 weeks from today is our next Homestuck stream. So I will see you on June 16th for more Homestuck as well. Take care, guys. Have a great day, great night, wherever you are in the world. Bye.